chocolate is always good.
Well, that one was disappointing, but it still tasted good.
This is fun.
I'm so glad.
There's 2 people here.
3 people. Do you want to get your phone for the chat? Oh. Do you want to get the computer for the chat? You have to plug it in over there. Sorry. Hello, Tennessee Bushcrafter. Merry Christmas. How you doing today? It's been a while. I know. We have been so busy. So busy. But I hope that you are having a very good lead up to Christmas. Santa finished all his gigs yesterday. Today I thought was going to be a day of rest before my big ride tomorrow night. And I have not stopped until right now. So that's okay. We're doing very well. Just trying to relax and enjoy the family time now because we haven't had a whole lot of that. Between Santa gigs and being sick, there's not been a whole lot of family time. So we are enjoying that now. Hey, Miss Cecilia, how are you doing today? I'm on the tail end of something. Owen's in the middle of it, and Hannah's at the beginning. It's not COVID, though. That's good. Santa went and got tested. Hello, Floribama. How you doing, buddy? I hope you are doing well. There's my elf. You gotta come around here.
Hey guys, I just got an arcade game that has a bunch of them and a bunch of Pac-Man and kind of games. And I just got it today for an early Christmas. And it's like 12 games in one arcade machine, and it's one up one.
Yeah, it's an arcade machine. Puts you right back in the 70s and 80s. I like it. Let's see, I missed one here. I'm better seeing Santa. Well, I'm glad that I can bring some joy to you. Do you have fermented garlic and honey? It should help you.
We do fresh garlic.
We have fresh garlic. I wouldn't even know where to get fermented nor make it myself because I'm so terrified of botulism.
Mm-hmm.
But
we usually chop up a clove of fresh.
Yeah, we shred it, and that really kicks it off. Mm-hmm. My better half brought us a nice present of COVID from work. Oh no. I hope you're doing well. Hello, Miss Southern Sandy. How you doing today? Listen, I have not forgot about you. We are just waiting for this book to be published, and all your winnings will be coming. But I hope you've been getting a lot of really cool packages over the past, 2-3 months. But at Tennessee, I hope I hope it's not a bad version. I hope it's, pretty mild and not bothering you too much. Oh, okay. What I was trying to make garlic oil.
Yeah.
And I kept reading botulism, so I've been so scared to I think my head has actually shrunk. This used to sit higher. Lots of good stuff. You can make it, just put fresh garlic and put it in raw honey and let it sit. Just remember to burp it every day or for at least a week and then use it.
Interesting.
Good to know. We may have to get into that.
Oh, we're almost out of honey too. So.
Hello, Lisa. How you doing today? Thank you. This is my new vest. I know I shared it. I shared the fabric a month and a half, 2 months ago. Hello, Miss Alicia. How are you doing today? But I'm very excited for this. And a friend is going to come over this summer, and most are Alaskan salmon being. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I tend to blow things out of proportion a little bit. Go to the extreme. um, yeah, I was going somewhere with it. Let me see if I can jog my memory.
I don't think your computer's gonna.
It will eventually. Oh, the COVID. Anyway, so Tennessee. I hope that it's not a severe case. I hope it's very mild and it just kind of passes through.
Yeah.
We thought I caught it again. We had it back in September.
Yeah.
And I thought I got it again because we were coming home and I realized I'm not tasting this McChicken. Now, it could be because it's a McChicken and there's not a lot of flavor anyway, but I wasn't tasting it. And what it was I had such a bad sinus infection, it took away my taste and smell.
But he waited until 2 o'clock in the morning while I was in a dead sleep to tell me that.
I told Mom and Papa that I stinky Pac-Man, but after not practicing, I'm so good at it.
After not practicing.
You are.
Because I just beat one level of it.
Good job. It gets stronger the longer you leave it. I have one that's 6 months old, and the garlic tastes like candy. Ooh. You can use it daily as a preventative, and when you are not well, 1 clove and honey 2 times a day. Very good to know. We have oh, thank you, Miss Lisa. The problem is he knows it, and he uses it to his advantage a lot. We have a cutting board with like pyramids on it, and we use that to grate the garlic, and it is much more potent than just slicing it.
It's easier to swallow. You don't have to chew it with how you chop
Yeah,
it. So.
but man, it feels like you just took a shot of bourbon. Like, it is brutal.
Felt the black magic.
Felt rough today, but not that bad now. Tested positive a year ago, but no symptoms. Okay, well, good. I'm glad. Oh, I was talking about my vest. I have a friend this summer is going to, with a couple of our other friends, going to host a sewing class. Because I have all the what do you call it? Not plans. What do you call it for sewing? Not blueprints. Patterns.
Blueprints. You sewing your building.
Leave the clothes whole with the No, I was saying the way we've been taking it. But I have all the patterns from this, and so she's gonna show me how to use our sewing machine. We have a really, really, really old Singer. Like, it doesn't even have the pedal. It's the kind you have to use your knee with. And so she's gonna see if it works. If not, I'll just go buy a brother or something like that. But that way I can have a bunch of different vests next year. And I pretty much used vests exclusively on my visits this year.
Yeah, you've not worn the jacket one time.
I wore it at the parade. And I'll always wear it at a parade.
Okay, at the parade, because
unless it's raining.
I don't know if you had the vest at that. No, you did have the vest.
I did, because I had the vest underneath, the belt underneath, and then I had my overcoat on. Singer treadle machine. Is that the one where you use your feet to make it move? And there was a meet and greet with Santa afterwards, and so we went, and I took my jacket off, which was what I had planned to do to kind of it was my first event, so like I was like unveiling my new look, right? And not one time did I have a single issue with that belt the entire time walking on that fire engine left to right. But as soon as I took that jacket off, in a room full of people, my belt falls to the floor. My only response was, whew, it's hot in Florida. Santa must have lost a few pounds up on that fire engine. And then I began to learn, I need to loosen the belt to sit down and tighten the belt to stand up. So I learned a lot this year. I've had a lot of new experiences this year, which was really cool. We had our first home visit, home party. I've done home visits, but home party, which was really cool.
Daycare.
Had two of those. I had two daycares, which was a new experience.
So on the Pac-Man game, wait.
Buddy, they can't see. If you're gonna talk to them, you gotta stay over here. I'm not turning the camera.
I know.
Ow.
So there are 6 Pac-Man games on the Pac-Man machine. I have the regular Pac-Man, then I have Pac and Pal, then Super Pac-Man, then Pac-Man Plus, Pac-Land, and
All kinds of Pac-Man games.
then Pac-Mania.
So cool.
And Pac-Mania is like Pac-Man, but like 3D, and you could bounce.
Yep.
And you got to choose your own level.
Very cool. So I've had a lot of really neat experiences. I've had to turn down a couple jobs, which is a bit of a bummer. But next year, hopefully, we can get something going with that. Next year, I hope to do something with our lodge. Initially, we're very close to Avon Park, Florida, and there's the Avon Park bombing range. I knew there used to be people that lived on base, and so I wanted to go out there and bring gifts, get with a bunch of the lodges in the area, take gifts out there. But apparently they don't do that, so I need to come up with something. But I'd still like to get with a few lodges and do this big thing where Santa can take gifts to people that need it. I don't know what that's going to entail. I'm always open to ideas if anybody comes up with a really good idea. But next year, I think it's going to be kind of cool. There'll be some new additions to my portrayal.
You did a homeschool event too.
I did do a homeschool event, a talent show. That was really neat afterwards. And it was just cool getting to see people's different reactions. Dad had a bar and grill when I was a kid. Fine dining seafood restaurant upstairs, had an original tabletop Pac-Man game. Oh, Pac-Man fever was a big deal in 3rd grade. I bet. I had just missed it. But I still remember growing up playing it. The Dairy Queen in town had a little room set aside that was an arcade. And that was really the only thing they had for us, that type of thing, in the town I grew up in. But they had pinball in there, and that's where I learned to play pinball. And they had Pac-Man. And I think the newest game they had one like Tekken. But everything else was like old school games. And I loved it.
Finally got it on.
Yay. So I have a question. We have 7 people in here. What is some of your favorite Christmas traditions with your family? We're always looking to add to ours. We're looking to see what other people are doing to celebrate the holidays. Maybe you don't celebrate Christmas. Maybe you celebrate something like Kwanzaa or Yule. I have friends that do Yule. What do you do? What is your favorite way to celebrate this season? One thing that we always do, Christmas Eve, we go out to dinner. I know we're those people, but we go really, really early. We go out to dinner, and then we go look at Christmas lights. Last year, I was in full garb. This year, I'm going to be in full garb, and I'm really excited because we are going with my parents, and they have a Subaru where the moonroof goes over the whole back half of this Subaru. Thank you. Good forethought. And so I'm going to, when we go through this one neighborhood where it has like numbered turns so you can see, I'm going to stand up and like give our own little parade, and I'm so excited.
Last time Owen did it, and they brought him candy.
Yeah.
Like they ran candy out to the vehicle. It was like a little reverse parade.
Yeah, so we do that, and then we come home and we watch Charlie Brown's Christmas, because you have to watch Charlie Brown's Christmas. And we get ready for Santa to come and everything like that, and go to bed. And so that's what we do. I am trying something new this year. We bought eggnog. I've never had eggnog before. And so I'm going to try that. We're going to see how it is. If it's okay, I'm not going to discard it. I'll probably throw that away. But I'm saying I'm not going to discard the idea of eggnog. Because if it's okay, then I'm going to make my own. And I know that's going to be better than anything I buy at the store. So We got Southern Comfort vanilla spiced eggnog. Never had it before. I'm really excited to try it. I always like trying new things. All right, let's see. One daughter is in Florida, one out west, and one up north. Oh, that's everywhere. So been alone for the last 3 years. Oh, I'm so sorry. So for Traditions for one, not doing much this year. We watch Emmett Otter every year. We did Christmas lights a couple nights before COVID positive. Yeah, I bet. That does put a damper on things, definitely. We also have the Rudolph Frosty collection. I have not watched Rudolph this year.
I'm okay with that.
She doesn't like the claymations.
It's just like Rudolph's voice and the sound his noise makes. It's like fingernails on a chalkboard.
Yeah, I watched Christmas Story or A Christmas Story today, and I got that one checked off. We watched Christmas Story the other day.
Yes,
one of my
love that one.
favorites. If you've not seen it, it's an alternate history of Santa and how Santa came to be. It's like a Norwegian film or Swedish film that was dubbed into English. So it's in English. You don't have to read subtitles, nothing. It is phenomenal. Like, just so heartwarming. It's incredible. We still have...
We watched Christmas in the Smokies last
Yeah,
night.
that's another one of my favorites. That's
Still
the only
watch-
Hallmark movie I like.
Still gotta watch Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, we got to watch Christmas Vacation still. I watched It's a Wonderful Life, which is my favorite for vintage sake. Like, favorite... the one that touches you in sentimental. My favorite sentimental movie. Leave me alone. It's a Wonderful Life. It's my favorite sentimental movie. And so we watched that. I've been watching Noel all year. I never stopped watching that because I love that movie too.
We watched most of The Grinch yesterday.
Yeah. We need to still watch Christmas Vacation. I need to watch Rudolph. I can't believe I've almost forgot completely about that.
We watched Trapped in Paradise. That one is an underrated Christmas movie.
I agree.
It's
And Die Hard.
fantastic.
And then we're good to go.
All right,
let's see.
Right here.
Gave out gifts already to friends and neighbors. That's always fun. Going to make bread and sending some to them. Eggnog is delicious. I really hope so. I like the idea of it. I know I love gelato, and that's egg-based ice cream. So I'm just thinking this is like pre-frozen gelato.
Is it gelato or is it custard?
Custard, I don't know. One of the two.
I like custard.
It's not ice cream. I know that.
Candies.
I drink holiday eggnog, but not eggnog. I didn't know there was a difference. Just watch a lot of vlogs from friends and lots of Christmas movies to get in the mood. Yeah, we tend to never leave the mood, so it helps us get in the mood. We try to keep something Christmassy all year round, and I know some people can get burned out by that. That's okay. I use all the off season to do research for the next year's portrayal. So I bought a book yesterday to do that. Ice cream is all egg-based custard usually. Oh, okay. Let's see. We moved 2 years ago and don't know the people in this new town. And all of our kids are grown and live in different states. Nobody close. Aw. There should be like a group. Hello, Miss Gail. How are you doing today? There should be like a group of like, hey, let's all hang out here. Mixers? I guess that would be a good thing. I like the puppets, but not the claymation. Watched a very different twist on A Christmas Carol. Was on Hulu, originally an FX movie. Interesting. I did watch The Man Who Invented Christmas, which was about Charles Dickens writing Christmas Carol, and that was a very good movie. Did you like that when we watched it?
I think I fell asleep.
You fall asleep with every movie, though.
Yes. I like the artistry with claymation, but I just don't care to watch it that long.
Yeah. It stop motion to me is
Go pick it up.
stop motion to me is a ridiculous talent. One that almost causes me pain to think about actually doing because it's so tedious.
Get frustrated with it
But
because
it's good. Like I need to watch Santa Claus is Coming to Town, The Year Without a Santa. I guess there's quite a few. The version of Dickens was listed as a thriller, but not too bad. Okay. I'll have to check it out. I don't do well. Where are you going?
I'm just moving. Which one are you reading?
Which one am I reading? Hey, Carpenter Self-Reliance. How you doing? Merry Christmas.
You said I don't do well, and then where are you going?
Oh, I don't know. I don't do well. I don't know. I think I was having a separate conversation in my head at the same time, and part of it just came out.
That's fine.
Because I was thinking, like, the whole Krampus and, like, horror Christmas,
Krampus.
which I never understood.
We should watch that.
No, you can watch Krampus. I will not.
Put a little edge in Christmas.
I will watch the Rudolph animation from, like, the 30s. That's an old one. I showed Owen that one not too long ago. But so those that just joined, Miss Gail and Carpenters, we're talking about some of our favorite Christmas traditions, what we do. We were going through all the movies that we watch. We never really stopped listening to Christmas music. My favorite Christmas album is Colby Caillat's album, and I listen to that year round. We did get a record player for the sole purpose of listening to Christmas music
during the season,
but I can't get it to work. I think
it's not working.
I can't figure it out. Even my mom looked at it and she goes, "That shouldn't be doing it like that." So with our luck, we'll have to toss it and buy a new one.
Going to watch the Santa Claus Left Him On. I've watched all 3 of those.
I watched the first one, and I won't watch the other 2.
I watched the other 2 because Disney Plus works at work, and so on my planning period, I put it on, so I have sound.
I thought, let me see how I can word this. I love Tim Allen's portrayal. I think it was incredible. I thought until Kurt Russell came out, to me, he was the standard. He still is the standard. There's just a lot about Kurt Russell's portrayal that I think moves him ahead is my favorite. I like the spirit of Tim Allen. I like where you could see the almost twinkle in his eye. And that's why I've always been bummed that Robin Williams never did a Santa movie, because he had that twinkle. I like the things I like about Kurt Russell's portrayal is not only his look. I like the darker fur, which when I'm
the leather gloves,
kind of designing my custom suit in my head, and it's gonna have that darker fur. I'm not gonna go with the red leather like he did. I wasn't a fan of that. But I'm getting some leather gloves next year.
His jacket was leather. I don't think his vest was.
No, his vest wasn't. But even then,
yeah.
I wasn't a fan of the vest either. I like these kind of vests.
First Santa Claus is good. Second is meh, and third is blah.
I agree.
I think Disney really got a hold of it, and then when you include Spencer Brosnan in anything,
he's such an overactor. He's
horrible.
He's better than Forrest Whitaker though.
Oh, he's on par with Forrest
Whitaker.
You
think
yes.
They're both equally as bad?
Yes, they have fantastic agents that just keep hitting them and stuff, and I don't understand it.
But I also like how he says, "I don't ho ho ho," because I am a Santa that doesn't ho ho ho. It feels so disgenuine. Now
you did it at the library the other day, and it was weird.
It threw me off. I tried it, just threw it out there, and I'm like, nope, it's not me. To me, the ho 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 is an extension of the laughter. So I will ho ho ho, but I'm not gonna bellow it. I'm not going to use it as an attention getter. It's going to be much more subtle. In normal conversation, it comes out. And that's just how I do it. So I like that he kind of set that as a precedent of I don't ho ho ho. And then with the second Christmas Chronicles.
When was this good?
That
one was as good.
It was.
It was good.
I love that they stayed to history, talking about how many years the old that Santa is. I love that they had a Moravian star as the Star of Bethlehem.
You haven't watched Polar Express.
I did.
Oh.
Somewhere.
Okay.
It wasn't here.
Doing fine for Christmas. Last 10 years I worked on the farm. This year I'm taking days off. Good for you.
Good. You need to take days off. It's important to rest. And I understand. On a farm, especially on a farm, there's always something that has to get done.
As long as everybody's fed.
Yeah, and you really have to. If not, you get burned out. And I think that's part of why this last illness hit me so hard.
The last
was
month
I was so exhausted.
The last month has been nonstop.
Yeah. I think I went and I counted, and we have spent from getting up to staying home since we moved in July, like 4 days at home.
Unless you count our 2
Well,
weeks of
I don't count the
quarantine.
2 weeks of COVID. But even then, I didn't stay home.
You did most of it.
Most of it, yeah. But and with going back to Christmas Chronicles, Goldie Hawn, the way that you could just see that she yearned for children, it was palpable. Like, and maybe I just look into these things too much, but just something as simple as just she would do a look in her eye, it phenomenal. I love it. I love Kurt Russell and Christmas Chronicles. Yeah. First Santa Claus. Oh, we already got all those.
We did that one.
And I don't, it's weird. I know, and this is not some kind of woke statement, where I think that we have to include a female playing Santa. I don't think so. Santa is a man. We'll leave it at that.
I thought
this
Noelle
isn't a
did
woke
it
statement.
well, though, without making it
Noelle,
a movement.
Anna Kendrick is in my top 10 of all-time Santas.
She's got a twinkle in her eye, but I think most of that is just she's a giant stinker.
Yeah. I think that there's a fine line between being a stinker and being jolly. I really do. I think if you aren't willing to play around, then I don't think you'd make a very good Santa.
Yeah. Oh, you did a sensory event. That was
I did do a sensory event.
That was different.
That was cool. Never did that before. I did 2 events for my friend, and she even stood in as my Mrs. Claus for one event that Hannah couldn't be at.
Yeah.
She runs the I can't remember what the group is called, but
Friends of Hardy or something.
well, that's what the library one.
Oh.
But she does a lot of sensory events for special needs children in the community, and so she had one with Santa. So each family got 15 minutes of me all to themselves, and she said she used to have to drive well over an hour away because it was in North Lakeland that they had to go to, just to get her kid in to see Santa. And so we had people coming from North Lakeland to our event just to see. And so next year, I think that is going to be huge.
You need to take a drink.
I know
Your voice is gonna go.
I hear it cracking.
Yeah.
I know it's not Coke. I changed sponsors.
Traitor.
Huh?
Traitor.
But that sensory event was really, really, really cool. We told a bunch of people. I was hoping there'd be some kids in here. I had planned on answering questions, reading a story, but that's okay. We can still have a lot of fun here. If you have questions, maybe your grandkids have asked you a question, or your kids have asked you a question, and you didn't quite know how to answer, I have the answer for you. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I am here to answer those. It just left. I had a whole train of thought. What's the matter?
I heard my phone go off.
No, I was shaking my bells.
No, it was before that.
One thing I've added to my portrayal this year, I used this last year. This is a key that Hannah got me when I decided that I wanted to be a Santa's helper. Excuse me. I hope that's not too loud because I have the microphone now. I'm coughing. Anyway, and so obviously this is Santa's magical key. This lets me get into every house in the world. So if they don't have a chimney or if it's an apartment, I can get in. And or maybe they forget to put their key outside, so I can't use it. That kind of thing, right? But this year I began to where this doubles as a magical Christmas wish. And the children get to hold it, and they get to rub on this little jewel. And they close their eyes, and they make the wish in their heart. And if they make the wish in their heart, then Santa connects to it, and Santa hears the wish. And maybe it'll come true, maybe it won't. But just to know that Santa's listening is a big thing. What's that you're pointing?
What is the best Christmas wish you have been asked for while working?
That's a good one. Probably that Mommy gets better. We were at I was at home event party, and the little girl said, "I don't really want anything for Christmas, but I want Mommy to get better." And so my response was through, tight throat. Well, listen, Santa can't make those kind of things happen. Santa doesn't have that kind of magic. But what Santa can do, if it's okay with you, is I can pray for Mommy. Because, I'm very upfront with my prospective clients. I'm a faith-based Santa. Apart from Christ, Santa isn't anything. So I'm very upfront with that. And so that was my response when she says, "I want Mommy to get better." I can't remember what it was. It was a pretty serious condition. She didn't go too deep into what it was, but I know it wasn't a good thing. And so that was my response for that was, I don't have that kind of magical powers. I can't give those kind of gifts, but I can pray. Goodness.
You talked a lot.
I have.
Mm-hmm. It's very festive.
Hey, Goober. Can you turn that down just a smidge?
Is there a volume button on there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Have it up at 5.
So that was pretty cool. I did get a couple requests for vehicles, and they were not appreciative when they asked for a truck or something, and I say Matchbox or Hot Wheels. I've had a couple requests for men, and I'm like, well, Santa doesn't really give gifts of people, so I can't bring you a man.
You mean you're not a dating service?
No, but she made sure that she took a picture with me and said that I was her man this Christmas.
No. No. Yeah. There's a reason why you've not been to CVS in Avon Park.
Oh, yeah. Well. But yeah, that one was interesting, and they were making fun of her at the party and stuff. Yeah, it's fun. I do see a lot of hurting, and I always try to help that. Even if they don't say they're hurting, like you can just tell some of these kids, especially at events like at the library where, private events, they may be hurting in different ways. But private events typically, to have somebody like me show up, they're paying quite a bit. So most of the issues are not going to come from monetary struggles. But things that like the library or even my sensory event, you can tell when there are some kids that are hurting. And being a teacher, I'm mandatory reporter, so I'm always very sensitive to certain things like that, and I'm always looking and I'm always listening. Thank God I haven't had any situations where I would need to kind of put that hat on. Though I have had Santa friends that have, especially this year, and yeah, they've dealt with some pretty wild things. Excuse me, I am losing my voice, aren't I?
You are. Good thing your gigs are over.
Yep. Yeah, so that was a somber note. Make it better. Make it happy.
We had a couple that would ask for something for somebody else and not themselves.
Yeah, and what I do when I have a child, say I don't need anything, but I would like somebody else to have one, and I always do that. If I'm kind of dragging for time, and they tell me what they want, I always look at them and be like, so what should I bring mommy or daddy? Or I kind of try to gauge on who brought them. Or if there was sister or brother, then I'm always, what should I bring Sissy? Or what should I bring Bubby? But if they come up to me and they say, I don't need anything, but I would like to get this for somebody, I have this little bell, and I pull out of my pocket here, that I give them. And it's nondescript. There's nothing special about it. It's tiny. It's patinaed. It looks rough. Has a little thing, and I go, do you know what this is? And they go, what? And I said, this is the giver's bell. And you're a giver, and Santa's a giver, and Santa loves a giving heart. And so I want you to keep this, and I want you to put it away somewhere special. And I want you to always remember that it's always better to give than to receive. And only special people get this bell. And if you are a giver, and I see this when I come see you at night, then I know that you're a giver, and I will remember giving you this bell. And it's just always, it's something not many kids get. I didn't get to give this away at all this year.
Did you give it to you didn't have any? Because there was one little girl at Heartland Events.
I know, I didn't have it that night.
Wait a minute, so if you bring those, then if anyone does something like, I want to get something for someone, are they going to
I'm going to give them that, yeah.
Oh. So now you're not bringing it every time.
Huh?
They're going to bring it every time.
I try.
He needs to remember.
I started keeping it in this pocket. I was like 4 events in before I realized that there was a pocket in the shirt. So yeah. It's been a fun year. It's been a busy year. Next year's going to be different. Busy. It's going to be. I'm going to add some things to my portrayal. I'm going to add some options. This year we tried to set up a Santa drop-off box, letters to Santa, and that was only used twice, which was it was a little disheartening. It was a little bummer.
Yeah, but it was your first time doing it. I mean, last year was your first year doing it, and you had 2 gigs. Maybe 3.
Oh, no, I'm saying...
I know, but what I'm saying is you only had 2 people use it this year. Like, last year, you only had a couple gigs. Maybe next year, you'll have more.
Yeah, that's true. Next year, I think I'll be getting contacted for more house parties, which is cool. I like them. They're fun. They're quick, which is nice. I mean, if you're looking at it, if you're going into being a Santa's helper for the money, your heart's not in the right place. But at the same time, it's part of the business. House parties are nice because they're quick and you make a lot on it. But I do like the events where I wait for the kids to come to me. Mm-hmm. As long as it's not a crazy long line and I feel rushed, because I like to take time and speak with the kids and kind of get to know them a little bit. I'm very long-winded. I'm a long-winded mall Santa. I wouldn't be a good mall Santa, because I spend more time with the kids, talking to them and stuff like that. Photographers tend to get a little irritated with me and are like, all right, let's move along. And I'm just not that kind of
You're Santa.
Santa.
You're the boss.
Exactly. Yeah. Well,
You want to get to know them. You don't want to just like be hello anyone.
Exactly.
And then just take a picture and like make
Kick him down the slide.
Hey.
Yeah,
Hey.
that would be terrible.
Hey, what you been eating?
He's been drinking his Gatorade.
Or is that Gatorade? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No,
he's
it's
turning into a
mine.
Smurf.
Posted 2 accounts.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, before my voice goes totally.
Yeah.
I like Dig Dug too.
Oh, do you?
Guess what? You put like this thing, like this hook in the bad guys' bodies, and you blow them up until their belly makes a gigantic hole in their thigh.
Oh, come here. Come here. I want you to sit right here. Oh, I want you to tell everybody what your favorite part about Christmas is.
My favorite part about Christmas is
Oh, careful.
the pickle ornament.
Pickle ornament.
The pickle ornament?
Yeah, we have a pickle ornament.
What about the pickle ornament?
Sorry.
Oh.
It's gray.
It's gray.
It's gold.
What's been your favorite thing this year about Christmas?
Presents.
Oh, the presents.
Well, to be fair, every time we try to go do something.
This is true.
So that's like the one
We've
thing
had to
he's
cancel
gotten to
two
do.
three of our scheduled family events because we have to schedule family time
We're
because
canceled.
someone has gotten sick. How old do you think you need to be before you go to be daddy's helper on my events? Stop.
1.
No, you're 7, darling.
I'm kidding. I have to be 10.
You want to be 10? You think you'll be old enough then?
Yep.
Do you?
Tennessee Bushcracker says we have a green pickle ornament.
Oh. I have one in my classroom too.
Oh, who brought you that one?
I think I bought it.
Oh.
I think that's the only one I have on there that I bought. Oh, there's the sirens going by. Dogs are howling. I can't show it right now because
Okay.
I have
My head.
everything set up with the lighting and stuff. But we did get a Moravian Star chandelier, which is pretty cool. I'll have to show you all sometime.
It's pretty.
Yeah. Oh, you okay?
Careful, baby.
I know.
I'm going to open it for you.
No, I don't need it right now. Thank you, though.
It'll yank his hat off his head.
That's only for his migraines.
Yeah, when I'm having my...
Wrap it around your neck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Owen has been doing chores at my parents' house to earn money, and he went and bought us presents.
I haven't
And
been
he had me...
doing chores.
That's
You've been working. Do you have everything ready for the big night? As ready as I possibly can. Lucky for everyone else, Santa does not have to worry a whole lot about that. All my elves take care of everything. I just have to be there and flip the reins, and we're ready to go. So I'm ready for it. I think Mrs. Claus is ready for it.
Mrs. Claus is ready for a long nap after it's all done.
Yeah, you've been making me a lot of cookies while I've been out on these gigs.
Yeah. Too many. Too many.
What, about 300 cookies in one day you made?
Yeah, there was a lot of cookies.
Yeah. She's been busy. I'm trying to get Hannah to the point where she can go on her own for gigs for Mrs. Claus, but I don't think that's her desire.
No.
I do think that Miss Sandy caught the bug, though.
Yeah.
And I think she may start doing that, too. Go out on her own.
Yeah.
But it's really cool.
I keep messing up on a Pac-Man game, guys. What will I do? Can you please teach me how to play Pac-Man?
You were
Weirdo.
something else.
What is my favorite cookie? A round one.
Molasses.
Yeah, as long as it's round, I'm good. And no coconut.
Yeah, no coconut.
Santa doesn't like coconut. This Santa doesn't like coconut.
I like molasses cookies. They're super good.
My favorite cookie, if I had to get a certain flavor, would be oatmeal raisin.
I love oatmeal raisin.
I like oatmeal raisin because I can lie to myself and tell me that I'm eating a healthy
You're
food.
Eating oatmeal.
Grain, fruits. It's perfect. I should be able to eat as many oatmeal raisin cookies as I want to, and nobody should be able to say anything to me about it. But I like them homemade. I have not had a good oatmeal raisin cookie from a store.
They're usually hard.
I don't
Like
know what it
crunchy.
is. Not rectangular, like the entire cookie sheet says. Now I like rectangular cookie sheets.
Cookie cakes are
Cookie. The Great American, what is it? The Great American Cookie Factory. Hello, Mr. David. How are you doing today? Yeah, I could eat their cookie cakes. Orange, cranberry, and oatmeal. I haven't had that one.
I've had Heather made cranberry oatmeal ones. Those were good.
Yeah, I haven't had that one. I find it incredibly offensive when I go and think I'm going to have an oatmeal raisin cookie and realize it's oatmeal chocolate chip.
That makes me angry.
Oh,
Probably too angry.
They immediately go to my naughty list. If I wanted that, I would get a no-bake cookie, which is delicious. But I don't like surprises in my cookies.
Mm.
Are you going to do a video on making Santa's cookies? You should.
That
You
would
should.
know if there's a surprise in it, because you don't like surprises in your cookies. Because if you get a surprise in your cookie, it could get sticky. You would have to wash it, and you don't like washing it. And what if something got inside? What if the chocolate melted and got all around it?
You know,
What if your cookie was so tall? What if your cookie was so big?
You
What
are
if it was both?
how many cookies
You are
did you eat?
crazy. Hey, Broussards, how you doing today? Merry Christmas. You scrolled up. There you go. I love peanut butter cookies. I love me some peanut butter cookies. Oatmeal cookies, thin chocolate chip.
Those
The
Girl Scout ones with coconut, those are...
Do you want a secret? The same people who make Dollar General's Cloverfield are the same people who make the Girl Scout cookies.
Those are Dollar General.
So for less than half the cost, you can get your Samoyas year-round at, they call them Coconut Dreams,
Something like that. They're really
at
good.
Dollar General. It is
Those
the
are-
exact same cookie.
Those are some
No,
good
thank you.
cookies.
Yeah, I like Thin Mints. I take the whole sleeve, I stick them in milk, and I fill it, or a glass, and I fill it up with milk. That's really good. Exactly. Run to Dollar General.
We gotta do that later.
Let's see.
Merry Christmas. It is here to try. Christmas
Excuse
time,
me.
I like molasses cookies, though. Those are my the little round ones.
I can't remember if I like molasses cookies or not. I think I like them when they're done in a Moravian
They're
style.
like softer gingerbread cookies.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You gotta pull them out of the freezer to put in that milk concoction. I don't like anything with coconut. I hate coconut.
I like this one.
Did you know that molasses?
I don't like the
is
texture.
Did you know that the molasses cookies are slow at walking in January?
You're silly. You're silly. But I do love a good peanut butter cookie. I'm very picky with it, and not so much the flavor because they are going to taste great. It's the texture. Me and the 8-year-old make double layer had peppermint mocha, Muddy Buddies on the agenda tonight. Oh, I love me some
Until
Muddy
they woke
Buddies.
up asymptomatic.
I got you. Yeah, bummer.
Hey, I have a Dollar General in my tiny town. Thin Mints are the best.
Yeah, I love me some Thin Mints. I haven't really gone through all the paces of Girl Scout cookies, so I've only ever had Thin Mints, I think. Someone slipped that boy some sugar. I
gonna say
agree.
Papa?
Probably.
Did you say that I had a bunch of sugar?
Did Papa
Grandma
give you a
did.
bunch of sugar?
I only had one piece of sugar.
But he was outside with Mama more.
This is true.
What are you talking? I'm
Did
tired.
Mammal slip you candy?
No? What are you talking about? I'm tired though. So why am I telling you jokes?
I don't know.
You're weird.
I'm kidding. I'm not tired. And you guys are slow.
Okay.
I believe you.
I
On both.
I think every tiny town has Dollar General now. Yeah. We have 3 within 6 minutes of us. 7 minutes of us.
They're all technically in different towns, though.
Yeah. I was going to say something, but I forgot.
Granny, we have a Dollar General in our 900 population county. See, 8 minutes away. LOL. Now ours is like 2 minutes.
I tried to convince Hannah that
No, sir.
I
No.
wasn't going to eat it. I was going to give one to you.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, you can't have chocolate.
Here.
No, I don't want the big one. Now that he's touched every
This
piece
one?
of it.
all right, enough. She doesn't want any.
No, thank you.
Leave it.
Okay.
I've tried to convince Hannah that not Hannah. I've tried to convince Owen that Santa for this year wants, instead of milk and cookies, steak and bourbon. He's not buying it. I'm not even in a town, and we have a Dollar General. Yeah, it's a.
Bourbon, no. And why are you guys still talking about it? I'm kidding. You can talk about it.
Does
all
anyone
the
have a
time.
question for Santa? Yeah, I totally do have answers. Any question you can think of, if I don't know the answer, I can come up with one pretty quick. The tough questions I get. Someone asked what the best request I got. Excuse me.
You get
Put
a
those
lot that
bells
ask
down.
you for pets.
Yeah, I get a lot for pets. 4-wheelers and stuff, which is what I always ask for. The 4-wheeler. The tough questions are, why didn't I get this last year? Or why didn't I get a lot last year? Or why did my friend get so much more? And I'm not saying that in the sense like you see on Facebook go around where they're trying to shame parents for buying, toys and stuff for their kids. That's not my thing at all. Of course you can't. You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
What did they say?
They want a Red Ryder BB gun.
Okay, I'll give it to you. I have a cricket.
Those are tough, and I haven't decided on how to answer those yet. Luckily, I've had questions that kind of tiptoe around it, but haven't been so blatant. So those are tough. So those are the only questions I don't have answers to. Is why didn't I? The best one that I kind of have in my pocket right now is, in this time of, technological advancements, not everything can be made in the North Pole, and Santa has to buy a lot of things, and sometimes he needs the parents to help. So while Santa is bringing the gifts, it still needs to have the parents help, and so sometimes we can't get everything you want, but we try to make everything that we possibly can to get to you. A good holiday cookie is the Pfeffernuss cookies. They have molasses, honey, brown sugar, cinnamon sugar, ginger, nutmeg, and some cloves. Oh, I've never had those. Have you ever had those? A Pfeffernuss?
No, I've not.
If you have never had a Moravian cookie, you can go to Old Salem Inc., I think is the name of the company, or Dewey's Bakery.
Yeah,
Dewey's Bakery is going to be your easiest bet.
Yeah, they're pretty well known in that
They
area.
are really thin. They're all cooked in a wood-fired oven.
They're almost like chips.
Kind of.
Like that, like crunchy.
They have molasses. They have ginger. They have sugar cookies. They have lemon, which is my favorite. And I think they have chocolate. But they are so delicious. Of course, you want it from Monopoly, Parker Brothers. That's the only way I can give.
He did have a
Santa
boy.
gives toys.
He did have a little boy write you a letter asking for $250.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, that was cool. yeah, we had. I guess you could say I got 2 more than the 2 that I thought, because even though they weren't put into our mailbox, they were still given to us.
That's a
Pfeffernuss is a German spice cookie, and some even add black pepper. Ooh. That's what these Moravians, it's very Germanic in origin. Moravians were a religious group that came to the U.S., but they were out of the Swiss Brethren movement after the Reformation, and that's where you get the Moravian stars. They have a very rich Christmas tradition, and they make those cookies, and man, they are the best cookies ever. They're not dunkable. That's their only downfall. You can't really dunk those because they'd fall apart.
but they're super tasty.
Ooh, could you imagine like taking a little piece of ice cream and putting it between the 2 gingerbread cookies?
Good.
That would be so good. If he did, we would all want 1 million.
For sure.
Yeah. I also like the jam.
Thumbprint cookies, almond spritz, and Italian wedding cookies.
Are Italian wedding cookies the ones that if you're not careful, you'll choke to death on them? Where it's like, no, those are meringue cookies.
Where you bite
What
it
are the ones where you bite and it immediately turns to dust? You don't know what I'm talking about?
Sandies?
What if there's
No, I don't like Sandy's either, though.
What if there's one that if you bite into it, it gets sweeter and sweeter and starts getting bigger and bigger?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Better, right?
It'd be something. Or is that Divinity? No, Divinity is like chewy and creamy,
yes.
right? Is it meringue cookies? Is that the one where it's
Probably.
like
I like meringue cookies.
you can't breathe while you're eating it
Yeah, I wouldn't
because
recommend it.
you'll inhale it? Been dehydrating breads like carrot cake. I never thought of that. Makes kind of like biscotti. That's
Interesting.
really, yeah.
What is your favorite drink? Milk, chocolate milk, soy milk, goat's milk, or eggnog?
Well,
Out of that list.
I would have to say any brand would be Italian wedding cookies are covered in powdered sugar. Oh, I don't think I've had those. Any brand would just be regular milk. I could drink whole milk I could do over a gallon a day by myself if Hannah would let me. But out of that list, I would have to say chocolate milk from a dairy an hour away from us called Dakin Dairy. It is the creamiest milk I have ever had in my life.
Is it better than pet milk in North Carolina?
Yes, it's better than pet milk.
Okay. Because we
Pet
loved
milk
that
is-
when we
is
were
good.
up there.
Pet milk is probably my favorite national brand.
Keeping it kid friendly with Santa's drinks.
Yeah,
No worries.
I'm trying eggnog. I have some in the fridge. Now, are you supposed to warm eggnog? I never thought you were, but then somebody said today that warm eggnog was the greatest drink ever.
I feel like that would cook the egg.
That was my thought.
Eggnog.
So I'm trying eggnog. We shall see if it takes top place. Some have warmed it a little, and some drink it cold. I think I'm gonna drink it cold.
Like I'm not. I like cranberry tea as a holiday drink. That's about it.
Cold with some ice.
Yeah, I've only ever heard of it cold.
Should we get more? Excuse me. Should we get more apple cider for the fire?
We got a gallon, and I'm gonna have
We
cranberry
got a
tea.
half gallon.
I'm gonna
Okay.
make cranberry tea as well.
Best chocolate milk on the planet is Hershey's.
At Hershey
At
Park.
Hershey's Park. So super frothy and rich. I've never been there.
I haven't either. I'd like to. I've heard a lot of things about it.
Yeah. I
Grate
drink
some
cold, grate some fresh
on
nutmeg on top.
That I've heard. The nutmeg, yes.
I have wanted to go to Hershey Park ever since we saw it was on History Channel, like Foods That Build America or something.
Yeah, It was almost like the McCoy's thing where they had like
Kind
a
of.
little.
Yeah, they told the story of
movie
Hershey.
type
They told the
thing.
story of Kellogg's and Post and all that stuff, and it was really good. Warm milk makes you sleepy.
So
So
warm eggnog would make you sleepy too?
maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
Another type of drink I love for the holiday is wassail. It's cranberry juice, pineapple juice, clove, and cinnamon sticks put through a percolator. That's what she makes. She adds orange to hers.
I have
As
orange,
well?
lemon, and it has, like I boil fresh cranberries, add whole cloves and cinnamon sticks, and then boil that, drain it, or strain it. And then I add orange juice and lemon juice and sugar.
So much sugar.
So good
I can't have a whole lot, so much sugar. Haven't been to Hershey Park in probably 35 years. I've been to Pennsylvania twice. We went to Pittsburgh once, which was
Amazing.
awesome.
Where we camped was amazing too. Like the whole experience was just great.
And then I went up to my buddy's house to pick up a vehicle.
I want to go back to Philly. You need to go to Philly. Go get a sandwich.
But it's Philly.
Yeah, but you ignore that. You don't gotta go for the sports or anything. Just go for the sandwich
Philly.
on a cart. It's amazing.
Ugh.
There's a lot of history there too.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited about the history part of it.
That's why I want to go. And I want the sandwich.
Permanente Brothers is better than anything you can
You
get.
wouldn't know.
Philly cheesesteak, onions. Ugh.
Ugh.
Onions are gross.
Haven't been to Hershey Park in probably 35 plus years.
If y'all have herbal stores close, get Ceylon cinnamon. Much better than cheap grocery. We don't, but I have heard about that.
I'm not.
Now, excuse me. I have just been exposed to the wonderful world that is hot tea. I have hated tea my entire life. I still don't like iced tea. It doesn't matter if it's sweet, unsweet. I don't like it. But she's been making me hot tea, trying to help me get better here recently.
Well, I did it for Owen, and it really
And
helped him.
there is a whole world. Maybe that's my new hyperfixation.
Oh gosh, we have so much tea in our house, you guys. This is my SOS. Send help now, please.
I saw a guy make a lavender tea.
Bless you.
Okay.
I said bless you.
with honey and milk, and it looked so yummy.
This is how you say it.
Ceylon, right? Was that Star Trek? Cylons? I don't know.
I don't know what Owen and I were talking about. And he
Man, I
goes,
had to strain to do
Owen
that.
said something. He goes, about Spock. And I'm like, what? And he goes, Spock. I'm like, what's Spock? He goes, the guy with the ears and stuff on Star Trek. I'm like, Spock? Yeah. And I was like, I don't even know what we were talking about, but yeah, it was Spock.
The little brown sugar in the wassail.
It's like brown sugar in it.
No iced tea. I know. So here's my issue with tea in general. Oh, honey, you just.
I mean,
I don't. I'm so
now.
much a texture person, like to the point where I can pick up a single piece of lettuce in a taco from Taco Bell and pick it out. I can't do.
He gets so mad, dude, and it's sad.
I'm so much a texture person, and to me, this is weird. It feels weaker than water. I know you're adding things to the water, so it should at the very least be the same texture as water. It feels weaker than
thinner.
water, and thinner.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I'm gonna choke, and my brain just
Maybe I just need to make it with Fiji water.
Voss.
Whichever.
Voss was the one that you almost had to chew. That was disgusting.
I make a gallon of
Louisiana.
tea each day. Here I have dried lavender. I make so many herbal teas.
I'm really interested in the types of, like, if there was a tea shop here, I think I could get really into it. Looking up different blends and mixing it with this honey and this type of milk. I'm not going to.
You say that now.
I'm not
behind
going
the
to.
camera.
The things I want to get focused on other than deepening my understanding and portrayal of Santa. We got to do rabbits. We got to get focused on rabbits.
We got the hutch. We just need the rabbits.
Yeah, but we can't get the hutch built until the Christmas tree's gone.
Yeah.
And that's not going until at least mid-January.
Are we keeping the rabbits forever?
Yeah.
Wait, even Christmas, but we'll have to put them in a different room?
Yeah, we'll move them.
You need a spoonful of honey each night or in your tea to help you out. I always put a spoonful of honey in their tea, both of them. Have witnesses. Thank you. I'm going to call all of you.
I really want to start making some really cool looking Nefertofel boards. That's kind of I think my next big like side venture is making some really neat Nefertofel boards. And then I'd really like to get into 3D printing. Though, as much as I want to do that, I could always hire that out to Regan, and I could get an Xbox instead.
I want to get a 3D printer too, but how about you make a topple board and the two squares in front of the edge? You could put a lightsaber there to show like it's gonna like kill you or slice you.
That'd be wild.
All right, here's this one right here.
I love orange. Oh, my eyesight's going. Oh, sorry. I love orange
The Pico.
Pico tea and mint tea. There's so many flavors of tea, though. You need a good flavor. Yeah. I grow 5 different mints for teas. Chamomile, echinacea, salvia. The good kind of salvia or the good kind of salvia? Corn silk, lavender, and about 50 other medicinal herbs. Nice. I've never heard of Pico tea. Have you ever heard of Pico tea?
I have a 3D Pac-Man.
I've heard of Twinnings. I know Twinnings tea. I don't know. Maybe we need to go. What's that tea store in the mall?
Tijuana.
Maybe we need to go to
Can't
Tijuana.
afford them.
No, but we could. It's cheaper than going to Disney to their tea wall.
You mean the one that's open during COVID and everybody can stick their noses in the bottle to smell it,
Yeah.
but they won't turn on the kids' splash pad because don't want to get anybody sick.
I don't
Bitter.
grow the standard teas. If I need it, I buy at the local herbal store or from Mountain Rose Herbs.
I don't know. We have a few boxes in there. I don't know what they are.
Yeah.
But I get like the fruity ones for Owen because there's a lot of teas out there that you can't give kids.
Yeah.
But those ones I know I can. Is it standard type in?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wish I liked sweet tea and stuff. It'd make it a whole lot easier at
When you
potlucks.
go, yeah, because that's what they have most of the time is water and tea.
Yeah, so normally I get a fountain on
Bring
my
a
way.
drink with us.
Yeah, because it's, and I know I catch crap. When I was in North Carolina, I really caught it up there. But then I would also like not eat their hot dogs because they have weird hot dogs. I would make fun of them for putting coleslaw on their hot dogs because the only thing that should ever go on a hot dog is ketchup, maybe cheese.
First time I saw somebody do that, I was like, "Why are you doing that to your hot dog? You're ruining it." Like, I mean, I don't even like hot dogs; they're already ruined. But it was just like they put coleslaw and chili on there, and my brain almost broke because I didn't understand it.
I want to grow up, but do not know what plant I need to grow. Check out Mary.
Talk to Mary.
She may.
Mary's
Let me
heirloom
see.
seeds.
You watch that for chats. I
Yeah.
will check Mary's heirloom
I'm
seeds.
pretty
here.
sure she's got.
A tea section.
Well, she does mints. She does lavender. She does all of them, like herbs.
Culinary herbs.
There's medicinal herbs
Or
too.
medicinal herbs. I'm working with some very unstable herbs.
All right, mustard relish or mustard and sauerkraut on hot dogs. I usually put a lot of ketchup and mustard so it covers the actual flavor of the hot dog.
I don't like mustard. I just started eating mayonnaise, and I know that's not going on a hot dog. I'm just saying it's condiments.
I'm gonna go make him some tea.
Okay.
I'm gonna make you some tea, Bubby.
My excuse me. The amount of condiments that are available to me, to my palate, is very limited. Mary does not have it. I ordered seeds from her. Me and her. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, yeah, I'm going through right now. I don't really see much. Um, I wonder. Most teas are Mediterranean. I talked to Mary a while back when she needed to get some more medicinals. Yeah, I did find. I love chili, onions, jalapeno cheese, and mustard on my hot dogs. Best hot dog I ever had, and you guys are just gonna ignore it and be like, "Man, there's a reason why you're fat." Um, is I took one of the quarter-pound hot dogs, like the big hot dogs. Excuse me. I kind of canoed it, where I kept the ends together, but I split the middle. Oh no, where'd my? There's my Mountain Dew. And I stuffed that with pepperoni and shredded cheese. And then I wrapped the whole thing in bacon and I grilled it that way. Oh, that was awesome. I put some nacho cheese on it. The jalapeno cheddar from the little Fritos can would be awesome on that. That's the best hot dog I've ever had. All right, let's go back over here. I make home fermented whole seed mustard. I wish I liked mustard. There's so much variety that I think I could really like. I like getting into that kind of niche stuff. There's something about it. I don't know what it is. I'm not a fan. If it's just lightly on there, like I can handle it on like my double cheeseburgers, or I can handle like just barely like brushed over the bread. I'm okay with that. But globs of it, can't do it. Sometimes I like my homemade sweet relish on my hot dogs too with some ketchup. You okay, Goober? Yeah. I love Burke's hot dogs if I can find them about the size you explained. These were from GFS, Gordon Food Service. They make killer hot dogs, and I'm a bit of a snob. I'm such a nerd that my senior year in college, I wanted to go around because like hot dog shops are kind of a big deal in North Carolina. I wanted to go around and find the best one. And I went to like 8 different shops, but never interested me enough to write the blog that I was hoping to write. Oh, okay, yeah. That's a delicious. I like taking that and regular Frito or regular Ruffles and dipping into that cheese. What do y'all have for your Christmas dinner? Nathan's hot dogs are the best. Grew up with them at Baltimore, New York, and such ballparks. I like Nathan's hot dogs. They taste really good. I don't like that you continue to taste Nathan's hot dogs. That's my only issue. Like, they're delicious the first time around, and then for the next 6 hours, I don't want to continue tasting them. But what do y'all have do you do Christmas Day meal? Is that big in your family? Or do you do Christmas Eve meal? Which is bigger? And what do you typically have? Ours is pretty much Thanksgiving round 3. I'm hoping next year I can build a smoker this year. And next year I can add prime rib to that. Mainly because I hate turkey. Like, I like turkey skin. I'm always like, you better save that and set it aside because I'm going to eat that. But I don't really like turkey itself. Oh, very cool. I've wanted to get in here's the problem with my ADHD is I want to get into all that. When I first started getting into homesteading, I sat down and I listed everything I want to do to become totally self-sufficient. I'm talking like growing my own grain and milling it myself. And I quickly realized that no matter how hyper-focused I could get, there's no way I could learn all of that. But I have a tendency to dive into something like making my own hot dogs. Like I could be crazy passionate for 4 months and learn everything there is about making my own hot dogs.
Buy all the supplies.
And I would buy all the supplies to make my own hot dogs. And I would make some killer hot dogs one time. And then it would go in the cupboard and I would never look at it again until Hannah's like, you either need to do something with this or get rid of it. And I'm like, well, let's keep it. I'm going to do that again. Remember those hot dogs? Those were some good hot dogs.
I would never tell you hot dogs were good.
And I'm just saying, like, that's how...
It's like a bad example.
That's how my hobbies work.
Drink your tea, Bobby.
The intention is always to continue with it or to get back to it. But... I find a new interest.
It also accumulates.
I mean, the only hyper-focused interest that I've kept in recent years has been Masons and Santa. Mm-hmm. Sometimes whole chicken. Sometimes ham or pork loin. Potatoes, crab dip. I've never had crab dip. Cheese balls, deviled eggs. Do you do horseradish and deviled eggs? Because I could like deviled eggs. And I know there's mustard in it. We just had this big rant about mustard. I could like deviled eggs if there's no horseradish. But it's hard to find people who don't put horseradish in it. Green bean casserole speaks directly to my heart. We try to eat between 1 and 5 for holiday dinners with family. Very cool. Christmas Eve, turkey stuffing, potatoes, corn, for a start, and then whatever I'm in the mood for. Yeah. Used to do prime rib, but now a prime rib is about $3. Ooh, dang. Smoked 2 turkeys for Thanksgiving. I would like to. I have a fryer. I don't know if I'm comfortable enough to deep fry turkey yet, but I think like we could fry a ham. I'd try that.
You might be able to fry like a Cornish hen in that one.
Yeah,
It's not very big.
I would.
Deep fried ham is amazing, and I don't like ham that much.
I've heard
deep
fried steak is really good.
I've had that.
I want to try that.
You need to come down and eat with us sometime.
Yeah. I've been learning small skills for homesteading. I've started with gardening and farming. Now I'm learning more my cast iron, bread making, woodworking, and other skills.
Hopefully going to get our garden back up and going.
Vor go to you too. Thank you for coming in. No one around here uses horseradish and deviled eggs. Most around here use pickles. We like them with smoked paprika. Interesting.
I like pickles.
So, like, the inside is basically like mac sauce with egg yolk mixed in? Because I could get behind that. Talking about all this food is making me hungry. Me too. Hello, Miss Alicia. It's making me hungry too. I know we just had dinner. Weird. I know, right? Usually we're trying to get off because we have to eat. We just had dinner.
I made it to make sure that we'd...
But I'm hungry again.
Oh, well, Owen has to eat early.
Yeah. I don't use horseradish in my deviled eggs. I use mustard, mayo, and some paprika, then topped with dill and paprika. Dill has attached itself to me recently.
It's really weird.
Even things like salt and vinegar chips, I've really gotten into.
It's so weird.
I've hated it my entire life.
I've loved them my entire life. And I've tried.
But
now,
what's the
all of a
one I like?
sudden,
The dirty
something.
potatoes
Dirty
chip
potatoes,
brand?
Yeah.
Oh, their salt and vinegar chips are otherworldly. Never heard of horseradish and deviled. Everyone I've tried, Mama, has had horseradish in it. Deviled eggs are just mustard, mayo, and a sprinkle of old world seasoning from Pinsy's. No horseradish ever. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's a regional thing. I don't know, but since I've been trying them, I've always been that. We don't deep fry. Maybe once every 3 months. 3-day brine, injected in herb butter rub. Smoked turkey will always blow fried turkey away. The breasts are dripping moist. Nice. I would like to do a smoker. I've heard smoked steak is really good. There is a lodge that they do a fundraiser once a month where they smoke all their steaks, and I've heard they're incredible. I use a little horseradish in my cheese ball, but it's not hot. It's not the heat that I don't like about horseradish; it's the flavor. I retrohale everything. That comes from when I was smoking cigars all the time and pipes. I would retrohale to pick up different flavors of the tobacco, and so it's just become habit. And so I'll take a bite and I'll retrohale it to try to pick out different flavors. And there's something about horseradish. Cumin's the same way. It has a weird
I don't like
retrohale flavor to me, and I can't do it.
Cumin doesn't ever leave me. Like chili powder, it tastes like chili powder. But chili powder doesn't bother me. But cumin just, I don't know. I don't like it.
I put Worcestershire sauce, lemon juice, garlic powder in my cream cheese and shredded cheese mix with a spoon of sour cream. That's another thing I've just started eating recently, sour cream. And
I have never minded it mixed in things, but I've never liked to just eat it on top of something. But I've gotten to where I like that.
Yeah. Have to be careful what you smoke. A lot of smaller cuts can end up very dry easily. Yeah. I mean, these are some pretty thick steaks. I'm growing my own horseradish for next year, though. Maybe I'll try it in the deviled eggs. I'm guessing it's the original thing. Probably. One thing about me is I can never tell regional or not, mainly because I don't remember from time to time. I understand I've had this experience before and I can't remember where I've had it. But because I've lived all over the U.S., I'm from Indiana, really grew up in Florida, even though I moved to Florida in high school, and that's... Anyway, I'm getting ahead of my thoughts.
He didn't grow up till he was like 33.
Well, yeah, that's it too. So, raised in Indiana, grew up in Florida, went to North Carolina for college, moved out to Montana, back in Florida. I have culinary experiences from all those places. Montana was the worst.
Yep.
With their Schmeckfest sausage. That sausage was so disgusting. I have looked for the recipe just so I don't accidentally ever make that when I'm making my own sausage.
When I was pregnant with Owen and she would make that for dinner, I would have to, because the kitchen where we ate was in the same building as the school, and so I would teach art and I would have to like cover my face and run out of the building at the end of my classes because just the smell of it.
Yeah.
I just... Ugh.
All right, sweetie. I know we're having such a blast.
Yep.
But it's been almost an hour and a half and we still have to go to the store.
I know.
And most of those stores are going to be closed tomorrow.
No, not. We need to go to Dollar General.
We need to go to Dollar General.
They're open tomorrow.
But we also need
we're almost
firewood, so we got to go to Tractor Supply.
But we're almost out of honey, so we need to go get honey.
Oh, that too. Anyway, thank you guys for stopping in. This has been really fun. What's the matter? Why are you coming in here with your pity me face?
He winked at me.
Oh, he winked.
Bye.
Y'all have a Merry Christmas. I hope it's everything you wish you get. I hope it's filled with love and joy and jolliness. And I just pray that you have a wonderful time with your family. And if you don't have family nearby, I just pray that you get to find some joy in that time anyway. And hopefully this has helped get you into the spirit a little bit. And if there's anything I can do, shoot me a message and we will try to help that. So anyway, y'all have a good evening and a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.